Hi guys, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and guess we're in the studio today because it's too cold outside to do our live streaming. We've wanted to because it's raining, and I see we already got one person watching us, and so we're going to be, before we get started, today's topic is going to be the concept of the rights to repair. And we're also going to talk about Big Pharma as well. In fact, I want to bring them both at the same time, even though they may seem like they're not related. But actually, they are strongly related. In Big Pharma's case is they want to keep you as a customer, to keep you drugged up, doped up, so that you'll continue to buy their wares. The same thing in the electronics field, whereas if your equipment breaks after so many years, they want you to come back and buy another new piece of gear instead of repairing the equipment you already have. This is, of course, has been a real problem for so many people because of cost. Not everybody's going to be able to spend hundreds, if not more, dollars on a replacement device. In fact, there's a lot of people that are very skilled and able to repair it themselves. In the state of New York right now, there is a right to repair legislation being proposed. There's also a right to repair legislation in other states. Ironically enough, Connecticut is not one of those states. However, Massachusetts does have consideration for right to repair. The main thing with the Right to Repair Act is that people have always invested a lot of money in their equipment, and they want to be able to make their money stretch. Let's be honest, guys. The economy, money does not grow on trees. And people really just want to make the best with what they have. A typical cell phone battery under heavy use will last about a year to 2 years. And then if it's a removable battery, you can go buy another battery, pop it in, and keep going on your merry way. If unfortunately it's an Apple phone or some of the newer Android phones or some Windows phones, once your battery goes dead, you have to go through a lot of crap to change the battery, because the battery is sealed inside the device, which was really bad for the some of the Samsungs. I think it was the Samsung 7 Note that was which is a fire hazard. Instead of being able to replace the broken battery and offer the customers a replacement battery for a reasonable price, they decided to just junk the whole phone line and go with a new phone, which unfortunately is been proven over and over again that even nowadays companies that do this find themselves often with a more expensive, complicated repair issue, when it turned out the part of the problem was the battery, and the other part of the problem apparently was the charging circuit and not being properly handling the charge. So yes, while it's true that if Samsung had sent a new battery out to your customers, it may not solve the whole problem, but it would have been easier to diagnose, because the customer could have bought a new battery, and if the phone still caught fire, and you would know it was the new phone and not the old phone that was originally issued with the faulty battery. That's an issue right there. First, of course, what about for right to repair? Well, I have my iPhone 4S here. I'm going to use this as an example. And in fact, I was just charging at the same time. Okay, so this is the iPhone 4S here. Let me see if it's charged up. Yes, it is. So I can unplug it. Well, it's not completely charged, but good enough for this. Because I got to show you this. I can't, because it's all wrapped around everything. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay. We were going to use this today to connect into the Facebook calls, but it turns out our little interface cable still has problems. But I wanted to point out with this phone, because one reason, like little Apple phones, the battery is sealed inside. It's got an external battery pack on it, but it does mean it's a 4S. It's got a glass back, glass front, just like the new iPhone 8s and 8 Pluses, and of course, like the iPhone 10. It's all glass back, all glass front, and it's got a 30-pin dock connector. But these parts inside this phone, like the 30-pin dock connector and the screen and stuff, Apple has tight control over these. So if your phone ever breaks and you want to get it fixed, you have two choices. A, you you could buy janky substandard parts, which would suck rocks. Or B, you could get go to the Apple store and pay a premium and get this phone repaired if they really wanted to fix it. And they'll tell you straight out, since it is long obsolete, they refuse to fix it, even if there's some warehouse somewhere in Cupertino there happens to be the appropriate parts to fix this phone. And that's the whole problem, as we're now finding out with the issues with the screens on the iPhone 8 and with the home buttons on the iPhone 6. That Apple can do all kinds of strange and weird things to protect intellectual property and turn your phone into a brick. For example, in the case of the iPhone 6s, it was an error 53, which really was irritating because the only solution for error 53 was to basically throw the phone in the garbage. That's the only choice you had. Okay? You couldn't even get a new firmware update once you got error 53. So once you got error 53, your phone was as good as a brick. And the same thing with the new screen issue with the iPhone 8 as well. If you replace your screen because your screen smashed or whatever, you're screwed. So what the right to repair bill covers is they want companies to, one, make available, especially why not for older out of warranty devices, it would make sense that you could actually go ahead and buy the schematics and service manual for your out of warranty device, as well as access to tools and the technologies needed to replace screens, batteries, and any other hardware in the phone that has gone bad. It also is, the whole idea is to allow the fixers. We've heard of the makers moment. Well, there's also a fixers moment. Louis Rossman and Justin Jones are part of the fixers moment. I'm kind of part of the fixers moment myself, in the sense that we do a lot of repairs and things like that to keep our gear going. It certainly takes less room in our landfills to do that, to fix and repair equipment. Now why did I mention Big Pharma in this? Well, because Big Pharma is doing the same thing. There's a lot of proprietary stuff in the pharmaceutical industries that is affecting people as well. For example, do you know what certain medications can do to your bodies? Do you know that sometimes the information that's released under the testing through the FDA has a lot of money changing hands?
I'll see you tomorrow.
What's that?
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Right now, I'm a little too upset to talk.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow then. What time do you think you'll be here?
I don't know. Because I got to go to the doctor's tomorrow, so I'll be here sometime.
In the afternoon?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so anyway, the point here is that just like there's big lobbyists also in the pharmaceutical industry, just as there is in the consumer electronics field. That is, that they don't want information released to make repairs possible. I don't know why Tori's upset. Okay, she says she'll talk to me tomorrow. That's all I can tell you. But right now, today's topic is both right to repair and Big Pharma. As some people would say, is, boy, that's as non-sequitur as can get. How in the hell does Big Pharma got to do with right to repair, or the resistance to right to repair, to be precise? Same thing, money and control. Both companies make electronics nowadays are so concerned about their intellectual property rights that they seal themselves. They basically put your phone almost in a prison and basically seal it shut, and guess what? You're SOL. Well, the pharmaceutical industries, as I said, are trying to do the same thing. They're not giving out all the information about the testing and the effectiveness of the drugs, nor are they telling you necessarily of every single side effect on those drugs as well. So their similarity is that customers need to be able to, one, in the case of the phones, should be able to repair their phones they bought it. And the same thing is, if you're going to be taking certain prescriptions, you should have the right to know about those limitations of those prescriptions, and as what kind of side effects and how much it's really effective. A lot of medications nowadays are people take multiple medications to deal with what one medication was supposed to do, and then they had to get side effects from that one medication, and then they take another to solve that side effect, and then they still get more side effects from the second medication, and the third medication medication interacting, and then they end up taking a third, and so on and so forth. And it's a drug puppy mill situation where drugs are being pushed all over the place. And And so that's the reason. I forgot to turn the phone on. I'm going to turn that on now. Let me test to see if it's working. Yep, it is. Okay, so I forgot to turn the phone on. Now, since we have those two main topics to cover, we're going to be open to both subjects. Please understand what I want to do is I want to try to focus the first hour or so on the main themes I've just addressed. And then down in the second hour, we can be more open to more general stuff. Okay, so let me look at your comments here. Let me switch this over to comments so we can see them. And make this easy enough to do. Okay. Dissolve. Yep. And let's go over to the questions right now. Let me blow the screen a little bit. Nothing beats the screen bigger. Okay. Well, the whole issue with the rate to repair is that what about the phones? You have a phone, say like my iPhone 4S. You've had it for a few years. The battery dies. And so you want to go ahead and you want to get a new battery. And you have two choices. Either A, you can buy a third-party battery and have somebody install it for a lower price. Or you can bring it to Apple Care and they might say, sorry, we're not touching that. Even though the phone has never been broken, the seal's still there because it's on a big warranty. So we're just going to tell you to get a new iPhone 8. And that's what the problem is people want to get the most amount of use out of the equipment, and if there's some reason something happens, like on my iPhone 4S, the home button breaks, which is a very common point of failure, is the home button right here, or you know your phone fell on the floor and the screen goes smash, you want to replace your screen. Now, I mentioned both the home button and the screen because those are the two biggest issues. Now, on the iPhone 6, when you had to replace the home button, all of a sudden your phone would give you an error 53 when you try to do the next update. And in the case of the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, if you try to replace the screen, even from another Apple iPhone with the appropriate Apple branded screen, because the screen has software programmed into it, it will not work on your phone at all. In fact, your phone will not even properly be usable. So that's why people are wondering is, for those people who want to keep their old phones working, or their repair shops that want to be able to do the repair work, they need to get access to the tools and diagnostics to make it fixable. And also the companies should be willing to provide that information. I'm not saying they should provide it for free. No one's going to give you anything for free. But here's an interesting point. If you ever look into Apple, any big company, in their files, some warehouse somewhere, they have schematics and diagrams, probably back from when they first opened the companies and started selling the products. Sitting in either on some file cabinets or on some tape cartridges somewhere that are available as documentation. They may not actually have physical hardware inventory, but they have the documentation. So people would like to be able to access that information to repair the equipment, especially if there's water damage, or like I said, screen gets broken, or the home button's broken, or maybe the charger stops charging. These are things that people should have the right to know how to repair. You bought the phone, you've had it for X number of years, and you know it was a good phone, and you liked the phone, and it just needs to be fixed because of the case of the home button, because the home button's worn out. It's, trust me, I use my iPhone a lot, so I can understand that very well with the home button, because my 3GS had that problem. I limped along with it for several years in a row, but because of that, I didn't know there were certain features that were available for my 3GS until a few years later when I realized that I could double-click the home button. Yeah, but the screen is an easy example. But if you ever try an iPhone 6 to put a new screen on and you don't transfer your old home button to the iPhone 6, you get error 53. Your phone is bricked. On the new iPhone 8, if you change screens and you don't have the proper Apple diagnostic tools to reset the, as Louis Ressman said, the ESSID, your phone gets bricked again. So this is a pretty big issue for some people who may not have access to an Apple authorized Apple Care or Apple Store, but rather have are living maybe far away where they might need to send the phone out to somebody else to be repaired. And if you try to get parts from Apple to fix these things, even for authorized repair centers, they find often that they can't always get the parts because the companies refuse to sell it even to the Apple certified repair centers or to LG or Samsung or anyone else. Same like if you try to replace or repair, say, a flat screen TV today. Yes, I know some things you can fix yourself, but let's be honest, there's firmware in these things. It's all microcontrollers now, and this stuff can break. Viruses can get in, Trojans can get in, and that's where the whole problem starts from. Is that you're not always easy to get things fixed because everything's software based now. Well, I don't think it matters which brand of phone in this case, or what computer, or especially with a Mac. My LG M210 works great too. I use that one. That's one I did the last few videos on, and it's worked wonderful. But how do you think we should resolve these issues that the people in the service industry that are trying to legitimately repair these phones and other electronics are facing, and why they're pushing for the right to repair bill in the state of New York and other states, 18 other states? What do you think would be the best way to satisfy the ability to repair things, as well as to protect the company from companies trying to copyright or try to copy and steal their ideas and technology? Search for right to repair. As far as the home button issue, search for iPhone 8. Oh, actually, that's iPhone 6 button. The iPhone 6 error 53 home button. That was mentioned a couple years ago by Louis Westman. And the screens, iPhone 8 screen replacement won't boot issue. You'll find both of those on Google, I'm sure. And I got an iPhone here in my drawer. That's an iPhone 3GS. That's got a broken SIM card socket. So otherwise it works okay, but the screen's broken. Well, yeah, but what about Massachusetts' legislature? There's actually 8 states. 18 states, as mentioned on the iFixit website, that are pushing for legislation for right to repair in their respective states. Unfortunately, I do not see Connecticut, and I don't think Rhode Island is on the list either, which is a shame because I guess the people of Connecticut don't really think it's a big deal, but I can tell you that when things break, we like to be able to fix them ourselves. Some of us do, just even if it's just more as a, just as an exercise in learning how to deal with such microcircuits as like tiny parts like in phones. I like to be able to take a look under the hood. I like to see how it works. But since, as I mentioned, a lot of stuff now is software controlled. It's not just hardware anymore. Right. That's right. 17 states. And New York is pushing for their own law. It also affects non-electronics too. As the one New York State farmer said, it affects us too for harvest. Because a lot of times if our tractors are broken, we got to get John Deere or Caterpillar down here to check our tractors and do a service call. Because we can't do any repairs ourselves because the parts, the hardware is possibly available, but the software that needs to be adjusted is not, the tools are not available to us farmers, and they also want the right to repair it so that they can actually make sure to be able to repair their tractor, at least get the crops, plowed in the field and harvested. And that's another reason why right to repair is important. It's not just phones. It also cut back on landfill as well, because there will be less e-waste, because those items can be properly repaired, and only the infected part will be replaced. No, that is not a Speako. Well, I say infected, because a lot of the stuff nowadays is software based. So, if a microcontroller software has gotten corrupted, and you don't have access to the programmer or the firmware, you can't fix it, even if there's nothing mechanically wrong with the phone. Right now, a proposal has been written in the New York State Legislature in Albany. Louis Russman and Jesse Jones have been covering it on their respective channels. And we need to get in contact with Connecticut to also do the same thing. And you can find out more. I'm going to type some addresses here for you guys. And I did see if we could try to prevent people from not being able to post links. But, okay, to find out more, go to www.repair.org. Okay, that's an organization that is advocating for the right to repair. California, Washington, Massachusetts, Vermont, New York, Hawaii, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Virginia. Notice that Connecticut and Rhode Island are not in that list. So we need to get Connecticut and Rhode Island in that list. We need to do this. Now it's time to push for Connecticut to also consider this. And not allow companies like Samsung, LG, Apple, HTC, any other companies to try to tell us that we have to just throw away our phones or bring it to the shop to do something as simple as change the battery. Now, I have to admit that there are people in this world that are not capable of doing that themselves, because either they have bad motor skills or they have no tools to do the job. That is absolutely true. I understand that part. Since a lot of time I don't have the tools to fix this stuff either. But I want to be able to have the right to get access to the needed parts to make a proper repair. And that's something I believe in. Now, as far as the other topic, Beaver Time, I want to cover about Big Pharma. It's the same deal. If you think about it, the people don't really know exactly what the side effects of these medications are. Again, big money, big lobby, big pharma, big computer. Yep, they're all doing the same thing. And one can potentially kill you, one will really kill you, which is the pharmaceutical industry often gets with the Food and Drug Administration. Drugs are fast tracked through, which often have side effects that are really toxic, and that is an issue. And a lot of people are basically get drugs pushed on them by the medical doctors who get kickbacks from the pharmaceutical industry for marketing certain drugs. The same thing is kind of true also in the radio and television industry for companies that promote certain brands of equipment in their videos in TV shows. There's always a kind of incentive, for example, to say feature an iPhone 10 in a new movie, than it would be to feature, say, a generic phone that nobody's ever really heard of. So that's the reason why, again, big kickbacks in most cases. So, yeah, it's two different issues, but are they really that different? In both cases, the customer, which is the person who wants to know in case of medications, what the side effects are, how safe they are. And in the case of repairing your own equipment, they want to know, where can I get the replacement screens? Where can I get the replacement batteries? Where can I get the replacement SIM card holder for my iPhone 3GS, which is sitting in my drawer here. I can wait to get it right now, but there was a phone that was given to me by somebody else, and accidentally broke the SIM card holder on it, and we need to replace it. The problem is I don't know where we're going to be able to find the SIM card holder for it because of the fact that it is so obsolete. And there's no third-party manufacturer of the SIM card holder. Let's see. Okay, so, what's your guys' opinions on these topics? I get it. I get LIT. When I see kids being happy and playful and fun, but the adults, teachers want them quiet so they tell parents that kids have ADD. Yeah, you know, that's something that Dr. Peter Bregan has mentioned as well on his channel. Dr. Peter Bregan is a board-certified psychiatrist, and he has covered this exact same topic. That the only ones who really gain by this are the drug companies. It's not the kid who's on Ritalin or Adderall or any of the other stuff or Xanax. Those kids are forever lose their childhood. Their childhood is fucked up. I was on Ritalin a little bit as a kid, and my mom got me off of it because she said this stuff is garbage. That's not working for you. It's making you dopey. It's making you stupid. It's cutting you're not doing as good in your studies. This is in second and third grade. She says, no, we're not going there. No. So that's the problem. Is unfortunately, it also creates a problem in long-term health for these children. Certain medications can have some very serious side effects. I've covered this before about concern of target dyskinesia. I've also mentioned about oh yeah, I forget what it was. Every now and then I forget the name of the medication or side effects. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, fibromyalgia. Thanks, Lou. Okay, fibromyalgia. Okay, that certain SSRIs have a notorious habit of actually causing the buildup of serotonin where it shouldn't be built up. And this makes your nerves start to develop nerve pain. It's not necessarily known why you get nerve pain. Well, it's simple. You have too much serotonin where you're not supposed to have too much serotonin. And so it makes your body react to excess of serotonin. Okay. And certain medications also strip the calcium out of your body and will start to eat your bones and your teeth. And other medications, say for example, let's see, simvastatins, which eat cholesterol or consume cholesterol, supposed to be LDL cholesterol, also are having a habit of eating the high-level cholesterol as well, which is unfortunately your brain contains cholesterol, which is used as an insulator between nerves. And that causes the nerves damage because they're losing the myelin, that's their insulator. It's made out of cholesterol. Believe it or not, it's true. So they now basically give statin warnings that are pretty serious when you read about them. Yeah, in fact, I think it would be much better if they were able to go in and out and have fun. If you asked those youngsters, they'll tell you straight out that they don't like what the medication does to them. Because they know and they can feel it. And that it's not necessarily in their best interest. So I suggest, if you want to find out more, you should look for this guy's channel. His name is Dr. Peter Bregan. Sorry, spell it wrong. Breggin. He, as I said, is a board-certified psychiatrist. And he's been discussing the over-drugging in the psychiatric industry. And what I think what else it is too is I think that there's also a situation where we know that boys are more are often more hyperactive and rowdy than girls, and there's always a desire to try to make boys into girls. And some of the drugs do literally do that. For example, there's a condition, I think it's Ritalin that does this, but I'm not absolutely sure. Creates a condition called gynecomastia. Basically, it gives a boy man boobs. He starts to develop breast development because of the it also blocks some of the testosterone in his body as well. So it can cause gynecomastia. It can also affect his sexual reproduction as well by the time he hits age ready to. Okay. Oh yes, bad processed food is definitely a problem. But you know what? Let's be honest here. Show me one food in the United States, or at least, actually, maybe easy. Show me a few foods in the United States that don't contain high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup has some pretty nasty side effects. But the reason why it's used is because it's cheap, and not because it's good. Okay? If you had to compare high fructose corn syrup with standard table sugar, the table sugar is much safer for you. Even saccharin, which was originally considered to be a carcinogen for rats, is safer than high fructose corn syrup. But most people don't like saccharin, so we try hard to eat only organic. Well, yeah, but there's questions about what exactly is organic. Are we talking about organic, i.e., using heirloom seeds? Are we talking about organic that's still using hybridizations of seeds from, say, one of the major production companies and using some organic type of pest control? I mean, there's a whole level of organic, and it's not necessarily just one or thing or the other. Raising Cain about understanding and raising boys really helped me as a parent. Well, I'm glad to know that there is a book for that, but how many parents really have time to read a book these days? How many parents actually read books these days? I watch more videos on YouTube than I read. So let me just go back here and see what kids up. Okay, yeah, bad process. I'm just going through these real quick here. You can see boys and girls act differently. Okay, you can't say boys and girls are different anymore. Twisted world we live in. Yeah, it is a strange world because I think because of the use of these psychotropic medications in the childhood, especially of the boys, to control ADD, ADHD, and so we have turned them in part into girls because of the damage that it does to their reproductive capabilities. And they used to be called sissies as kids, and that's because they are sissies, not because they want to be, but because the drugs turn them into sissies. And that makes it harder for them when they grow up, because nowadays, of course, a lot of them are only in single-family parent households, and they have no real experience of being a man being a boy with a man father, because most of those kids do not have male parents in the house. Well, unfortunately, most parents in my circles really don't read 20 books. Most of the people I know in my academic bracket watch YouTube videos and watch TV shows like, what's his name, Dr. Oz and things like that. And so they don't really normally read books. It's ironic because we have one hell of a good library in town too. But you and I haven't really been reading books lately either because my eyes get tired after so long. But Unless they're listening to audiobooks. They could be listening to audiobooks, but that's not reading. That's listening. And I often try to do a lot more. I want to get back into reading more than listening to things. But with my eyesight, sometimes it's easier for me to listen to things than it is to sit there and read a whole book on the subject. So, it seems like there's a slight division between different economic groups. Yeah, I know. They are now. They were about 10 years ago, and now they're again. I'm not censoring. Why does everybody ask me if I'm censoring? I'm not censoring Aaron Jones. In fact, I made sure, actually, I didn't check it today. I made sure that originally people would not be blocked if they sent a link multiple times. So I don't know if that's going to work, but well, that's because he's been acting like a problem for a while. And I don't think he's. I don't think that he's. Well, that's personal. I'll just say this much. I don't think he's exactly playing the fair game. Okay, let's see. So anything we're talking about right now? Right now. Let's see how we're doing over here. I was supposed to try to get Sherry on here tonight, but my homemade adapter cable doesn't quite work as well as I'd like it to work. You want to try calling her anyway? She said last time I tried to call her that the voice is a little thin. Yeah, well, it's thin. Alright, so let's try to get Sherry on the phone here. Let's see if I can... Oh, cords are tangled up. Okay. So let's see if I can kind of contact Sherry on this thing. Yeah, here's some interference from the cell phone, guys. Sorry about that. I can't help that. Okay. That's the phone that's doing that. That helps.
Hi, you have reached Sherry, the jewelry lady. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi Sherry, this is Michelle. I'm just calling you back. Obviously you're not available. You get a chance, call the studio line, 860-738-8463, or call me back at this number you see on your phone. Okay, thank you. Okay, that was Sherry. I was trying to reach her. And she's hard to reach, I'll tell you that. Alright, so now, as far as I'm concerned, it's not even my season anyway. My season ended in March, so I'm not worried about it. It's just me. And nobody else knows who he is either, so... And I told that person that I would be willing to work with him within reason, and he chose not to do that. So let me see how this sounds. Okay. No, my season is only 3 months out of the year, guys. That's right. 3 months out of the year. Is this thing playing? It's loading. Oh. Let's just see how this thing's playing right now. Let's see. So anyway, as far as the Snow King goes, as I said, I've talked to people and they don't know anything about him. How are Nikki and Ted doing? They're having some personal issues that I don't really feel I have the privilege to discuss at this point. So I just can tell you that they're coping with issues right now in their lives. This plane sucks. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I don't know all the details of every single thing. Let's see. See what this thing's playing here. Okay. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I don't know all the details of every single thing. Let's see. See what this thing's playing here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to tell you. Alright, so provide Miss Nikki nice endless loop. I'm not going to play that thing all day long. I would just create a nice loop. Great for special effects, but I wouldn't want to put... No, I didn't want the king because I thought he was an annoying pain in the ass. That's the real reason. Yeah. Yeah, someone now fakes my mother's account. She's not a computer person. No, she's not. So I shall ignore that person. Okay. I will. I'll pass the mail on. And, by the way, speaking of that, I'd like people to do me a favor. And share these videos with the friends and family. We need to get some more people aware of my content and the work that I put into these videos every day. I know that some people think my work is a waste of time, but I can tell you, I work hard on these videos, and I really could use some good word of mouth to let people know about the content, since it's basically free anyway. I accept donations, but I don't mandate them. And the greatest donation would be is to see people show up. Yeah, you can call the studio line. No one said you couldn't call the studio line. Phone number's right there on your screen. 860-738-8463. The phone's on. Phone's on. Yep, phone's on, so. Now, let's see. Anything else to cover? No. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with housing issues. They're having some issues with housing right now. That's something, again, as I said, I think that would be better if they explained it. But I'll just say is that they're trying to resolve the issue at hand. So let me ask this question. Whatever happened to all of whatever happened to TNCC? I asked this last time in the chat, and of course no one mentioned anything. And so whatever happened to TNCC? And obviously we know that Ruben hasn't been on. We know why he hasn't been on. Not that I don't necessarily miss him, because I do. And Out on the Wire hasn't been on either. That's a clue. It's not your mom. My mom does not type like that. No, she does not. Nope. First of all, number one, my mother wouldn't call me that. And second of all, if my mother actually did type, knowing her, she'd probably throw lots of Norwegian out at the same time. No, that's not my mother. You don't think so, but it could be. Like, what do you mean by that, Lou? Because when was the last time you saw your mother? First of all, this woman does not even have gray, and does not even have the curly hair of my mother. Let's see if I can try to pull this video piece up. Let's see if I can do it without breaking the wrong thing here. So let's try to get this information. Let's find out what we can find out about this person. Because I can't really see the pictures. No, that's not my mother. Nope, that's definitely not your mother. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Nope. And, no, that's not my mom. I answered the question, guys. That's not my mother. Well, I hate to be able to kill joy in the party, but that's not my mother. Yeah, they took new disguises and decided to leave. I think they chose to leave. Yeah, I think they did too. Especially, I know Ruben was upset because he had his own differing opinions with me and Lumi, and he voluntarily decided to walk away. I also noticed that Pete has not been here either. And Pete has not been at the Sip Kitchen either. In fact, nobody recognizes this guy named Pete at all. Nobody does. And I've asked a lot of tables if they knew this guy Pete, and they did not recognize him at all. And so like TNCC, Pete is AWOL. Okay, Out on the Wire left. And, here's a good test for this person to calls herself my mother. Ask her to say hello in Norwegian. Well, let me ask you a question. What? Do you know how to say hello in Norwegian? Actually, not really. Okay. Okay. What is the common greeting in Norway for thanks for a meal? I know that one. I know you do. Let's see if my so-called mother knows that, being she is from Kristiansand, Norway. Let's see. What is the greeting you say after giving thanks for a meal? Yeah. And Mr. Laugh refers the greatest gift of all, which is people of peace, was TNCC. And I told him no, it was not. Because I know it's not TNCC. Okay? Because Merton told me himself. However, Merton has played a few videos on his channel, which are not about me, but it was testing a software program for video capture. But I hope to God that he has got the proper permission from the content that he's testing, because he's posting his test videos up there on YouTube. How dramatic. Right. Well, what's the greeting? What is the thanks you give for thanks for the food in Norwegian? You're right. Hello is easy. It was too easy. But this is a little longer. Or you can even use the term, what is the expression? To go to sleep. Or actually, it's just, okay. That's an interesting word, though. It is an interesting word. I don't really remember much Norwegian, but I remember enough of it to get myself in a bit of a pickle if I'm in a hurry. You're better at French. I'm better with French and Italian. Yeah. Talk for it. Pretty close. It is talk for nothing. But yours isn't too far from right. Because basically, yours would be thanks for all. Nothing, I think, means the food. So, talk for nothing. Okay? So yeah. But the term alt would be fine, because it would mean thanks for all. It's not the term we use, but it is what it means in... Well... Yeah, well, you're a second person who hasn't actually spoken any kind of Norwegian at all, and since almost 20 years. So, I don't remember any of it. Well, I often end up reading things in French, because a lot of times the manuals I get are in Spanish, French, some German, so I have to be able to limp along. Of course, we do have... Well, you know what? You can check out some things on your iPhone using Google Translate. Yeah, that's a great idea, Lum. Let's do that. Let's come up with a Google Translate. Let's double check that. I always want to know what that means anyway. Okay. Now, because I don't know everything in Norwegian, I'm going to pull up the translator to let the translator break a hot sweat here. First of all, for the Google Translate, we're using PinkFast instead of 112 Public. So let me change this from English to Norwegian, which is kind of fun. Okay, so Esperanto, Finnish, Galician, Gujari, Hebrew. I actually use two dialects in Norwegian. Now, people did not know that. There's a northern and a southern Norwegian dialect. So, it's just a question of which one is this one set for. So, let's say, let's see, what is the little translation for thanks for the food? For the food. Actually, I think that nothing is for meal. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, so here's what it sounds like, okay? And here's the translation.
Takk for maten.
There you go.
Takk for maten.
Can you turn that a little louder? Hey, Martha, can you turn it up a lot? I can't hear it. Sure, I can turn it up as loud as you want. How loud do you want it? Make my ears ring! Okay.
Takk for maten.
Ah, I didn't even make my ears ring.
Takk for maten.
Okay, well that is what it is. Takk for nothing. Okay, takk for nothing. Yeah. So anyway, for those of you who couldn't hear it, let me put it close to the other phone here.
Takk for maten.
See? There you go. Takk for maten. Okay, cool. Time for dinner? Okay. Hey, that's a good one for you, Ruben. I mean, yeah, thanks for coming, Beaver Time. So, let me try that one out. Let's just have a little fun here with this. So, here we go. Okay. Thanks for being on the show today, Beaver Time. Period.
For å være på show I dag, beavertid.
Oh, it is so fucking cool. Oh, that is so cool, Michelle. Yeah, it is. Okay.
For å være på show I dag, beavertid.
Have fun Google Translate. Seriously, you can have a kicking ass good time with this thing. Alright, so... Hi, Mr. Laugh. How's it going? The phone is on today. It's funny, because no one's calling and I'm in the studio. See? Phone's on and it's being quiet. Yeah, it's quiet today. So, hi, the greatest gift of all. How are you doing? I know I saw you came on earlier. I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. I was a little bit busy trying to get the stream started. So, I apologize. I didn't say hi, hello to you right away. So, you gotta play around with this thing some more. Yeah, I know, it's addictive. No shit. Alright, let's try the same translation again. Here's what that sounds like in Finnish.
Ollaan tänään näyttelyssä beaver-aikaa.
Ouch. Let's try that over. Just how smart are you?
Kuinka fiksu olet?
Ooh. Are you fucking kidding me?
Vitsailetko minua?
Oh man, I like this. This is
Oh, mä pidän tästä.
Stay tuned for more.
Pysy kuulolla lisää.
This is getting interesting.
Tämä on mielenkiintoista.
That's good. Okay, well, let's see.
Ask.fm Nokia.
Okay, I think the greatest gift of all probably has a few more stories than I do. Let me ask you this question. The greatest gift of all, the last video that you put on your channel there, what was the purpose of that little video clip? Because I listened to it and I was like a little bit confused. So let me go to that channel. We'll play, it's pretty small, so let's go to that. And I don't need to hear me. Shame. Michelle doesn't want to hear herself. I listened to it and I was like, well, I don't mind hearing myself, but I'm trying to figure out where is that video from the greatest gift of all channel. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, let's go back to his channel. He was testing some software on his channel, a video capture program, and let's see. It was a test video piece. And I don't know exactly, like I said, if he actually got permission to use that as a test clip. Maybe he is using it under Fair Use Act, which would make sense. But I really don't know. Does Canada support the Digital Millennium Copyright Fair Use Act? I have no idea. Okay, trying to find a clip here. I'll give the name of the clip so you guys can find it. Where is it? Scroll way down here. It's in the T's. Sacred. Oh yeah, check out Rachel Forsberg's channel if you want stories of spirituality from a Christian perspective. I was surprised. I ran on top of that one of her channels videos, and it was just really interesting. The Ben Heck Show, the Hacksmith, the Destruction Zone, the next movie, the Online Piano. What the heck? Where is it? That's a good question. The Epic Guy, Ted. I don't know. I don't know where it went. I subscribed to it, and I'm surprised it's not in here. It just is not in here for some reason. Let's see. Okay, let me search for it. Damn you. Okay. So, the greatest, GREATEST gift of all. Because it's no spaces in the word, it's almost like trying to figure out. Now, I know it's a channel, so I'm going to go to channel. Okay. Search. Let's see. No, I don't see it in here. Oh, no, that's not it. The greatest gift in Scripture supply. Martin, you're going to have to do me a favor and help me out, dig out through this, because I really can't find your channel. But I know I must subscribe to it, but I don't know where it is. I know where it is. Go back to history on your channel, because you watched the video. Yes, okay. So go to history. You gotta watch so many damn videos in a single day. I can basically get buried trying to find them. Let's see. There it is. Safe Haven movie. It was called, okay, so this is Peace from Safe Haven. Okay, that's what it's about. And you were testing some software on that to see how it worked. And let's see what other videos you have in here. You have, this needs to be addressed part 2. This needs to be addressed part 1. Okay, so your channel has obviously got your original quotes. I'm kind of glad to put this back up there. So you can find his channel. It's called The Greatest Gift of All. The Greatest Gift of All. That's where Martin, or People Pieces channel is. So just let you know that. You can find it there. So, so let's go back to the comment. Your site, okay. GGOA claimed to be channel live last Sunday. Well, I want to know if Future isn't answering. He isn't answering me. Good question. Right now, the only comment I see is he said hello. That's the only comment I see from him. So, I wonder if possibly his psychic energy, if he's getting overwhelmed because of too much mojo going on. Too many people in here could be causing him to overwhelm. And that's kind of sad, but that does happen. So, let me just take a look, see how my video is doing here. 3 watching now. Causing him to overwhelm. And that's kind of sad. But so, we know the video is playing fine because you can see it on the screen there. My video is doing here. 3 watching now. Causing him to overwhelm. And you can see me moving around. Kind of sad. Yep. So right now it's working fine. Because you can see it on the screen there. Oh, yes. By the way, let's talk about that. What was the problem with the video and why was the cameras freezing on occasion? Well, I have a suspicion that the problem is that this computer was not able to pull the USB devices fast enough. And because USB, unlike devices that use hardware interrupts, uses a polling table. And I think that the computer wasn't able to get the information, so frames were being dropped. I can assure you the frames are probably still being dropped right now, but at this point it doesn't seem to be dropping as bad. So, just make sure to turn this thing. Yes, oh, okay. So Nature Boy says hello. And it says, Michelle, can you get Dory to share what happened? No, I don't even know what happened myself. Dory isn't even here right now. So I can't get Dory to share anything because she hasn't shared anything with me either. However, I probably will find out tomorrow. And I got a feeling it has something to do with what her future plans were, which may have gotten screwed up. Speaking of Martin, why don't you just keep your name Martin, for God's sakes? You know, I agree with you. Why change your name all the time? You're confusing the hell out of everybody. Just be Martin. Be yourself. Just like the commercial from the 80s said. Just be yourself. You don't have to be 15 million people. Just be who you are. I remember the one that was particularly about the kingdom of lions. Kingdom of cats. Was it cats? I think it was lions or cats. So anyway, one day a sheep came in, and the sheep was looking to set up a house. And somebody said, oh, guess what? You're going to have to put on this lion costume. And the sheep said, no, I will be myself. I will be who I am. I will be what I am intended to be. I am a sheep, not a lion. And I guess in the Be It Yourself PSA, the other people in the kingdom decided, that's a good idea. Fuck this idea. Took off the costumes to be who they really were, instead of trying to live up to some fake, phony, baloney, mystery something. What are you going to do? I'm going to unplug this cord because it doesn't work anyway. You're talking about the airing? I'm talking about, the adapter we made. It doesn't really work. No reason to use something that doesn't work, right? Right. Okay. And the reason it doesn't work is because there's something wrong with the circuit. And I'm going to fix this some more because I think the capacitor dropper was not the solution to the problem. I think the capacitor dropper creates a problem. So I think I'm going to have to work on this some more because it doesn't work very well. Did he leave again? Oh, you talking about Martin? Or are you talking about Nature Boy? So anyway, the point is that there's nothing wrong with being who you are. You gotta be who you are. After all, you have to wake up and you face yourself in the morning, right? You might as well be who you really are. Which means, unfortunately, if you're a flaming asshole, you're always going to remain a flaming asshole. And, of course, you do have the ability to make improvements in your life, but the biggest improvement in your life should be trying to accept who you are, warts and all. And it's okay if you screw up, too. I don't have a problem with that. What are you doing? The cord. Oh. So, cord is right. Okay. So, I don't like the way this microphone clips on. No, neither. Okay. So, how is the weather in your different areas, guys? Let's ask something a little bit different here, since obviously we got nothing else to discuss, really. How's the weather in your parts of the countries? I say countries because I know I have watchers in other countries besides the United States. And I can assume that, or I should not assume, actually, that everybody is from the America. Because there are people in other countries all over the world that watch our videos. And, so, let's see. It's cloudy and rainy, same as here. And you're in the Mid-Atlantic states, or 11830. And it's cold too. How cold is it? Today I checked out earlier, it was like 14 degrees. Ouch. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get the detailed forecast right now. Right now in Winsted, where I am, it is still 14. Is it updating? Yeah. It is 14 degrees Celsius. It is cloudy, but it was raining earlier. Expected high today was 16 degrees. Low will be 9 degrees. Monday will be high at 21, a low 7. Tuesday will be, and that will be partly sunny. Tuesday will be sunny, high at 22, a low of 9. Wednesday will be partly sunny, high at 24, a low of 8. Now, I don't see any super heat busters, but I do see days that are going to be fairly nice in the maybe peaks of about 24 degrees Celsius. So, so what about some of the other guys? Just to laugh, I don't know where you're from. Nature Boy, I don't know where you're from. So what's the weather in your areas where you are right now? How did you happen... How did you happen upon this channel? So, Mr. Left wants to know how... Oh, okay. I originally found some related video suggestions. I need to get more people on this channel, because I know this channel isn't really the greatest deal in the world, but we need to get more people to share these videos out with their friends, family. And Michael, I know everybody agrees it's kind of a silly reason, but I want to try to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2018. That's my goal. I'd like to get up to that. I forgot what I was looking up. Yeah, don't we all? YouTube is notorious for having lots of things that sidetrack you on the internet. Let's see. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, this is a comment I posted on another channel that I was watching. Let's see. Why not simply get a tube audio transformer? That was from another guy who was discussing from another channel from Zonic, which is on another channel. I responded to a comment that a technical person showed how you can use a power transformer in some applications as a tube audio output transformer. It's a single engine transformer. Shango 066 did the same thing for one radio where he couldn't find the transformer in a hurry that was needed for the proper impedance, so he just took an old AC wall wart of about 6 volts, cracked it out of its plastic case, and took the prongs that plug into the 120 volt main section and hooked those to the output stage of the plate in the B plus supply where the original output transformer was, and connected the low voltage section to where the speaker leads were hooked up, and it worked fine. So, okay, the first live stream was became close, but was entertaining, interesting, so I've been watching ever since. And what do you think about the way the live streams look nowadays versus the first few live streams? I know that they seem to have come down a lot, and there's been a lot more, trying to be a lot more refining of the live streams, or 11830. But how do you think that the new live streams compare now? And you're sure the phone's ringing? I don't know why it wouldn't be. Well, let's call the studio line and find out. Let's call the studio line and make sure it's working. I think that's a good idea. 607. Yeah, it's just me, guys. I'm just testing the stream. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, so it's just making sure it was working. And so back to your question, R11H30, how do you think the live stream compares now with the first few times you've been on here? How did Nature Boy find this channel? Kind of think about how did Mr. Laugh find this channel? How did all of you guys find this channel? Let's make this a very simple generic question. How did all of you find this channel? Let's see. When I say all of you, I mean every single one of you who are watching these videos. And let's see. How many are watching this? Comment. Let's take a look and see who's the participants on the right now. Actively, we have 3. Me, Martin, and R11H30. How did you guys find this live stream? Oh, you're a participant too. Why don't you answer the question? Well, in my case, I created the channel. Oh! That's why I really can't answer my own question, because I was the one who created the channel. And it says here, he says, they've always been entertaining. This is our R11H30 now. They've always been entertaining. Even some of the pranksters do give me a good laugh. Honestly, I enjoy the streams and discussions. I watch the vlogs at work. And they're short, too. The vlogs are short, because I keep them short because I notice that majority of my audience retention is like about 3 or 4 minutes long, and so my vlogs are short accordingly. Right. And let's see. Let's get the latest nitty gritty on the stats on my iPhone here. Going into the apps here. Okay, dashboard. Right now, let's see. Average view duration is now 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Previous period says 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So something good is coming out of this. And it says the right to repair legislation has 26 views. The vlog update has 16 views. And there's less too. However, it's the subscribers. We lost a few. We're down to 260. The likes are only 25.4%. And like I was talking about Mr. Laugh quietly in email, is if they're trying to promote my channel even for troll food, it seems like by giving me more dislikes, it seems that they're doing the opposite and actually hurting their consensus for people to find the channel to troll, even if they wanted to. And that's not helping the trolls to promote their trollness. However, the majority of my audience at this point says it's 72.6%. The male percentage of the audience, this is 28 days now. It says 27.4%. Majority of the age group is between 45 and 54, which does sound about right. Most of my viewers are in the United States, is 71.0%. Canada is at 20.4%. New Zealand is at 4.6%. And the United Kingdom is at 0.4%. So, and Australia is at 0.3%. So, it's kind of interesting that I have a slight user base in the UK and New Zealand and Australia. Of course, Canada does not surprise me at all. Let's see. The last vlog that I did today, or I didn't do one today, it's right, is the right to repair bill has 2 likes, 2 dislikes, meaning a net score of 0. In other words, there's not enough likes to outbeat the dislikes, and it's just an example of why reasons I sometimes get a little bit fed up with this, because it seems like the trolls have actually done themselves a grave disservice. I don't even know if it shows up. Well, thank you very much, R11H30. I appreciate that. what is your thoughts on Dory's mom and everything? I honestly didn't really listen to everything about Dory's mom, so unfortunately I can't really speak about Dory's mom. I got the impression that Dory was hoping you were to contact her in email, and she wanted to know more, and she wanted you to talk to her in email. But she said to me, I forgot to give her my email address, so I gave you her email address and a message, since she originally wrote, let's say Laura, because she replied as me. Yes, I was sitting there at the time. But she forgot to give her email address to you, so she asked me to give you her email, and I did. This Endora deframe. What is Del Rey Misfits? Del Rey Misfits. What's that? Oh, my channel's. Let's see. I watch a lot of Big Clive, EE Vlog, Louis Rossman, Photo Introduction, Shango066, Chris, which is another electronics channel, Radio Phono TV Nut, Electro Boom, Electro Cute, which is his daughter. I also watch the Planet Dolan, Super Planet Dolan, and a few news channels. Oh, okay. That's where the name, Del Rey. Okay, that would make sense. You gotta make some coffee? I got coffee, but I mean, you're making another cup of coffee. Yeah, let me quickly make another. I do check her channel once in a great while, Martin, but honestly, I haven't really watched anything lately. Oh, yes, I've been watching a lot of Be the Light. That's another channel. Let's type that in so you can find it. It is B. Let's make sure you're on the keyboard. Yeah, okay. Check this channel out. Okay, check these channels out. Okay, okay, quote, Be the Light, comma, I'm gonna just, in 5D, that's how one word, okay, in 5D, D, oh man, and Rebecca Marina Messenger. Those are good channels I watch, so you can check out those too. Yeah, I know. These are YouTube channels. So these are channels on YouTube that you can watch. And those are kind of the more interesting spiritual ones. I have a... Oh, yes. I know I forgot one. What's the name there? Forsberg? Yeah. Okay. I got a few more. Let me just pull them up real quick here as a list. So... I don't need to see me. Alright, so, yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to go through a list of channels I watch that I think may interest some of you guys. Okay? This list is fresh off my phone. For the technical people, 12-volt vids. Okay? 8-bit keys. A1 telephone. Adapt 2030. Adrian Black. ADV China, Atlanta Cole, Amethyst Shaber, she has autism, and then of course Android Tips, and Anna Volenchita, which is the wife of the Hydraulic Press channel owner, and then we have Apple Ashens, Ashley Wild. Home with Rhonda. Yeah, she has the channel, but she has really no content on it. Ave, that's AVE. Barnacles Nerdgasm. let's see. Be the Light, Ben's Collection and Sundry, Beyond Science, Beyond the Press, BigClive.com, Blackberry Help, Bosnia Bill from Black Lab, BP Earthwatch, BP Earthwatch 2, Brainiac 75. Ooh, he's got a new video. Let's see. I'm trying to go through these lists here. A couple BuzzFeed channels. And I'm trying to talk about the ones I watch on a regular basis. Chris, CHRIS. That's the TV repair channel. Let's see. Conflict Radio Official. I haven't really watched. I have them on the end. I'm watching from Databits. David Richards and his old-time Steam word metal shop. And, let's see. The CashApp film. Diesel Ducey. Elevator Channel. Let's see. Eastman Kodak. Although I have to be honest, lately it's been more on printing. EE Vlog. Dumpster Hack. Ben Heck is going to be going to EE Vlog this summer. And so I've already got a visa to go travel with his family down into Australia. And they're going to be working with Dave Jones at EE Vlog, repairing and tweaking dumpster finds. And so that's kind of interesting. So the Forest Hill Film Lab, Fox News, Fran Blanche, Fred James, he's an INFJ, and he has his own channel here. Let's see, I'm just trying to find a few of them here. Girl with the Gold Hair, I only watched a little bit of it. Glove and Boots, Gorthgoth Sam, Grave 3 Yard Girl, Here Gear, Helen Demetrio, which I hasn't had any content on lately. Hello Kitty Online, that's from Sanrio Digital. Hello Kitty Provider. Hey there April, Holiday Coro. How Casey Sees It, I mentioned a lot of her videos. Hurricane and Winter Tracker. Hydraulic Press Channel. Iron Kristen. Ice Age Farmer. iFixit videos. If you want to find out more about the right repair, that's the place to check. I'm just giving you the ones I think is worth watching. iPad Rehab. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going through. I got so many videos, channels on here. I don't go through every single one of them. Just Between Us is kind of stupid, but you might like it. Let's see. Laura Dulligan is a witch, and she talks about witch issues. Maybe Martin might be interested in that. The Leak Project sounds a little bit like a conspiracy channel. LGR, which is Lazy Game Reviews. Something, I'm just going through this real quick here. Linus Tech Tips, Lisa Haven Vlogs, Lockman 28, Louis Rossman, Lovely Bunting, of course, Limmy's channel. Yay, go to rub me up. Matt Broadcasting Network, The Mermite Channel, Matt Johnson, Men Try Videos, Michael Friedberg, Michael Kilch, he's the guy who makes those giant swords. That was the TV show originally on Discovery Channel. Michelle's cat Rusty. Yeah, I know he has no content, but he's still on my watch list anyway. Just like my real cat's on my watch list. I watch my real cat every day. Make sure my cat's doing okay. Molly Burke, Morgan and Mackenzie, Motion Magnetics, Mr. Carlson's Lab, Multimedia Che, Mystical Sense, Native News, a couple others I have nothing. Nostalgia Nerd, Oddity Archives, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, Only Lay. Oh, she's getting content? Cool. Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Procter & Gamble, let's see, Pagan TV, Parrot 175, Paul Joseph Watson, PBS Spacetime, Perkins School for the Blind, Personality Hacker Podcast, Peter Bregan MD. That's the one I told you about, the medical doctor, Dr. Peter Bregan's channel. Peter Schiff, he's an economist. Phoenix Ray News Ever, Phone Arena, Photo and Seduction, Planet Dolan, Plopticon, Poppy, Prager University, basically a couple Donald Trump channels here, Project Forum, Project Pi, Projector Reviews, Queen Elsa, Queen Latifah, kept her around. I didn't have the heart to get rid of her for reasons we already covered in December. Radio, Phono Nut, React, Rebecca Marina Messenger, let's see, Brightside Broadcasting, Rachel Shea, I know that sounds like a weird one. Rubber Breaker, Robot Sophia, Rochelle Forsberg is another Christian channel. So Rochelle Forsberg, Rolf Witche, ROLF space WITZCHE, RSBN 2, Russian Television, RT, Sacred Sarah, Sanrio San, Seagate Technology, Season 26B, CWAPA.org, Suprensa, Shadows, Shades of Ashes, Shalanda Madral, Shango 066, Sean Ravenfire, Sherry Love, she has 2 channels, Sure, Simon's Cat Extra, let's see, I'm trying to find one that you think you might be interested in, STL Elevators, Sunlight, it's when you mentioned Martin, Sunset Lover, Super Planet Dollar, Super Magnet Man, he's into high-powered magnets, Suspicious Observers, let's see, Sylvia's Inner Circle for Sylvia Brown, T-Mobile, Taco Man 2424, Talking Kitty Cat, Tanner Tech, Techmoan, Emoji Connection, Ted, Tested, The 8-Bit Guy, The Alex Jones Channel, The Art of Photography, The Ben Heck Show, The Destruction Zone, The Elevator Channel, The GSMA, The Hacksmith, The Muppets, the... Oh my God, let's keep going. The new Screensavers, the Next News Network, The Absolute Geek, The Online Piano and Violin Tutor, The Post-Apocalyptic Inventor, The Power PC Hub, The School of Life, The Tommy Edison Experience, The Trump Organization, The White House, The White Witch Parlor, let's see, The Mean Kitty, The Pop Seco. I don't really watch too much on him, he's just here. I kind of watched him lately. Think Media, Think Tank, Thomas Nagy. If you want to talk to a Sparky from the UK, this is the guy for you. Tim White, Toothless, Total Lighting Supply, Trevor C, Trump TV Network, Uncle Doug, which is into electronics and like guitar amplifiers and circuits like that. On U.S. Leather Government, Von Fry Will Die, Veritas Visuals, Vintage Tech Museum, let's see, Viola Man, V Westlife, Wago Limited, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Western Digital, which does WD, Weather Decoded, Webbot Forum, Welcome to My World by Lumi. That's my other cable channel. What's Inside? Will Grace, William Osman, Winter Garden, Working with Lemons, YouTube Creator Academy, the YouTube Creator Vlog, the YouTube Creators, YouTube Live Solution, Yordu, Yvette Zagyi, she's French-Canadian, and she speaks mostly French, but she speaks English too, but she really prefers speaking Quebec French. Zaletta Brover, Violin Lounge. So, that's enough channels there to keep you basically wrapped up. If you go on to all those, you can basically find tons and tons and tons. Yes, I watch Alex Jones too. Actually, I like Owen Schroyer better than Alex Jones himself because it's something about the way Alex Jones talks. His voice is very grating. It's not his fault. It's just the nature of the way he talks. He sounds like he's kind of gruff voice. Okay, Did you check out the mermaid? No, I did not. Did you? Okay, they're talking about the certain types of materials being used in certain plastics that are causing it, as well as it's also turning boys gay, not just frogs. Certain plastic elasticizers are turning babies gay too. He purposely has done that to his voice he talked about before. Yeah, well, I think he puts a little bit too much emphasis on sounding like a wood chipper to me. Anyway, that's his opinion. I don't try to do anything like that to my voice. My voice is just my voice. Anyway, speaking of the Alex Jones channel, what do you guys think of Owen Schroyer? I know he's younger than me, but he's kind of cute. Yeah. Yeah, Owen Schroyer's cute. He's got it together. He's a very talented. He was a newscaster for a sports network originally. Yes, he was. Okay. So, clearly, he's got experience behind the microphone. Yeah, how you doing, late worker? How you doing? You know, I'm surprised no one called yet. You're kidding. No! It's 8:36 and the phone hasn't rung yet. Except when I called to think sure it was working. Why don't you call yourself and... I don't know. What would I tell myself? I don't know. I don't think it's porn that's doing it. But I think definitely it relates into the big pharma and the insistence of trying to give boys Ritalin and other drugs which causes gynecomastia and other symptoms to the body to boys to make them look more feminine. So yeah, I think that could be a possibility. No, your comments are not being. Oh, you mean on the live? I'm not blocking any of your chats. No, I'm not drunk. Oh, you're talking to... Okay, you're talking to the late worker. Oh, okay. I missed the life. I got it wrong. So... What do you guys think of Owen Schroyer on the Alex Jones channel? He does, and also, what's the name? Night there. What's his first name? Oh my god. I can't remember Knight's first name. He's the older guy. Let's see. Well, first of all, in all reality, my brother lives with my mother. Okay. So he's not visiting. He lives with her. Yeah, he's been helping after the mortgage is paid. My brother is still working for the family business, and so he's been paying for the fuel and the electric bill. As the voices before, and I don't find him cute, but I enjoy his content. Yeah, well, he's just cute too. I mean, I think he's attractive, but he's younger than me. He's probably about 30, maybe at the top, maybe 35. He's just. I can kind of get comfortable with his news coverage because he's like kind of easygoing for the most part. Whereas with Alex Jones, it's like listening to a big, well, deep, profound, masculine voice that, it's hard to understand him. I'm not deleting your comments. I'm not deleting your comments. Yeah, well, why don't you put a link to it on your channel? Just put it in your playlist. Or did you? I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did either. Who should lose his ranch? You talking about Alex Jones? Or are you talking about his wife suing him for paternity? Because I have heard something about that. His wife and his divorce. But I don't really know if he won custody of his children or not. I don't know any more about that. Well, I can say one thing. I think that tomorrow is going to be warmer. Tomorrow will be a little warmer, but it's not going to be super hot. No, but, you know, it was kind of... The mermaid documentary is... Yeah, if that's the one that he's talking about, the one else in the Discovery Channel, if that's the one, yeah, that's a joke. Oh, why would you say that? Why would you call me crazy? The phone's been on the whole night. In the phone, I tested it by calling my phone line and it works fine. I've been having the phone on the whole time, guys. It's been on the whole night. You don't think that's really your mother? No, I don't think it's really my mother. Number one, my mother would never talk like that. Never mind formal English. My mother doesn't talk like that. Yeah, well, the phone's been on the whole time, so why don't you prove? You afraid to talk? You trying to program your voice changer to say something? No, it's not. I just gave you the studio number. Because that's not my mother. Okay? That's why I can talk to my mother like that. I know the difference. And I looked at the picture, and that is not my mother's picture. The studio number is right on this phone. Here, if you want to call it, call this number that I just gave you. No, you're going to talk in public. And if I can verify your authenticity, then I'll talk to you in private. I don't think it's my mother because I looked at the picture and it does not look like my mother. No, it does not. No, it does not look like Michelle's mother at all. Michelle's mother has brown curly hair. Reddish brown, actually. Yeah, but you know what, though? Yeah, your hair does turn gray after a few years. I know that. No, we will not turn off the video so you can talk. You're going to talk here, in public. Alright, well listen, seriously guys, that's not my mother. End of discussion. And, here's one thing. Why in that bloody hell, if you're really my mother, do you not send me mail? You could send me a letter just as easily, and if I know your signature and I know your return address, and if I see the envelope says your address on it, and that's all you have to do is send me a letter, and I know it's you because I know your signature and I know your address. So you could do that just as easily. My address is always on my studio. You could always find it. Okay? Just for those of you who are so curious to know what that is, let me post this link right now. I don't usually post this in the middle of the video, but the heck with it. Let's go ahead and we're still on here. So I'm just going to switch this over here so we can focus on this. Here we go. We're going to go. This is the address right here, guys. Okay, it says MicheleMarieDalene, 112 Main Street, apartment number 9, Winston, Connecticut 06098 in the United States of America. So if you really want to send me mail, there's your answer. After all, price of a stamp isn't too much. Really. MicheleMarieDalene, 112 Main Street, apartment number 9 in Winston, Connecticut 06098 in the United States of America. Write that down. Send me a letter with your return address. And if you really want to guarantee get a response from me, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, a SAISY, and I will respond to you. Okay? And even if you don't, I can still respond to you, but it's going to be a little longer as I'd have to find the stamp. So again, that's MicheleMarieDalene, 112 Main Street, apartment number 9 in Winston, Connecticut 06098 in the United States of America. So let's go back to the chat right now. For those of you who are watching these chats with me on the phone, we'll go back to this so you can see this right now. So let's go back to the chats here. And that is how you can reach me at the address I just showed you on the screen. Sit closer to the screen. Okay. I lost the color of my hair years ago, Sunday. And yeah, you know what? Very interesting you should say that. You know, I live near you. Why don't you come see me? I haven't moved anywhere. I just gave you my address. It should be easy enough to find it. It's right across the street from Cumberland Farms. How hard would that be for you to come over here? If you're really my mother, we could go ahead, have some coffee, some biscuits on the porch. Or maybe we'll have some tea and bit crumpets. I don't know. Pick up one or the other. And the point is we can discuss it in person. Screw calling me. Just come here. I mean, okay, if you really seriously can't climb up the 3 flights of stairs, I can understand that. We can work out a solution. Maybe meet at the Open Door Soup Kitchen, or we can meet at McDonald's in Winston here. One or the other. That's a very simple choice. McDonald's does have handicapped accessible parking, and it is wheelchair accessible, so you would be able to get into McDonald's easy. Well, first of all, my mother would never talk like that. On 2 levels. Well, I want to talk to my brother first in person, so I have him come see me. I just gave her the address. That's one solution. Have Richard come see me. And we can discuss this in person. Actually, how old is your mother? Well, let's see. When I was born, she was 23 years old or something like that. Was she? Yeah. Oh. So, let me look up that on Mr. Calculator. You need a calculator at 23 to 50. That's 73 years old, Michelle. Thanks. There's no way in hell I'm going anywhere and sit in the dark at night. If you want to have him come see me, you can have him come. Yeah, obviously my address is what I showed you, so it's my regular address. Yeah. Who's an ABBA fan? Me? It's funny, it was tonight, is even though we have the phone on, nobody's been calling. That's right. It's not funny. We didn't have the phone on Wednesday because we were sitting on the porch. And all of a sudden, at the time, Lamar wanted me to call. I wanted to call in, but the phones weren't on because we were on the porch. And guess what? Nobody's calling again. Nobody's calling again. Why is that? Because I guess they don't want to call on the phone. It's already listed right there in the title. I don't know. We don't know if this is my real mom at all. We have no idea. Yeah, by the way, speaking of Apple, they're planning on having a reunion tour, I've heard. I don't know what the latest story on that is. Well, ABBA. But I wouldn't be surprised. I know that there was some issues with the Bjorn family originally, but I heard that they are having... Seriously. We'll see. If my brother really does come, there'll be a private conversation. Things that my brother and I need to discuss that are not going to be anybody else's business. Okay, if he comes. Yeah. If. Wouldn't be the first time. I already said the apartment number. It's 9. 9. Yeah. It doesn't even take 20 minutes to get here. 10, actually. You were searching for bands and singers because you don't know a lot. I listened to a lot of the Beatles. Some of the ABBA songs in the 80s are pretty good. Mamma Mia I liked. Let's see, what else did they say? SOS. Ring Ring. Let's see, Another Train, Another Station. Yeah. So, the question is who else is going to come on today? Da, 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 da. Honey, Honey, yeah. And then Fernando. Dance while the music goes on. Well, it don't matter if they're Alvaro Wicker or not. He's Your Brother. That's a pretty good song. Ring, 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 yeah. I don't know if the husband and wife team. It is two. It's two husbands and two wives. They're married. They're married to each other. So basically, it's two families that work as part of ABBA. That's what the letters mean. ABBA, Anderson and Bjorn. Yeah, it's true. It does, but I never really gave it much thought about any spiritual realm. But it's possible. I remember when they were performing was kind of in the age of eclectic, enlightenment movement going on with left over where the Beatles left off when the Beatles disbanded. So a lot of the eclectic enlightenment music was pretty much something that they adapted to. I never really considered them to be anything other than what they were a very popular, well-known Swedish group that were husband and wife teams and that loved each other and that were trying so hard to raise a family on the road. It must have been really hard for Frida Bjorn, and her husband went through a divorce. She's living in Switzerland, and he's living, of course, in Sweden. And she said it was really hard to raise their children on the road between gigs and things. But the other lady, Anderson couple, I don't know much about them, what has happened to them after all these years. I know that Frida's husband, I forgot what his first name was working on the Broadway play called Mamma Mia, and I saw that a couple of years ago. But I don't really know any more about that. Yeah. So, okay, it's 5 minutes to 9. Actually, it's 4 minutes to 9. Is it 4 or 5? Look at the clock on the screen. 8:56. Wow. Does anybody want to cover anything for next week? Any topics? I'm going to ask it now so we can do some research ahead of time. Could all of you guys do me a favor and share these videos with your friends and family and let them know of my channel? And yeah, do put a few likes in now and then. And I know that some of my vlogs are short and sometimes they seem kind of disjointed because I'm trying to get them in and out at a very high speed. And these take a little longer, and that's one of the reasons why the vlogs are better for if you want quick doses of notes, whereas these bcasts are a lot longer, and of course the live stream is the longest yet. So, you know, anything you guys can do to share out this content with your friends and family and to help me and Lumi increase the viewership on the channel. As far as donations go, well, I'm going to just point this out as donations or requests, they're not demands, okay? If you want to make a donation to this channel, you certainly can do so. And the address is the one I showed you earlier. And since I'm going to get ready to wrap it up anyway, we're going to see it again right now because I want to get ahead and try to figure out what the hell I'm going to eat for dinner. You got a pizza. Yeah, I got a pizza. So we could eat the pizza, I guess. We could eat the pizza, but I don't know. I really kind of don't want pizza. Well, we'll have to see. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching these videos. And if anybody has anything to say, don't be afraid to leave comments in the comment section below. I will read your comments. I will respond to your comments in a timely manner. So, I want to thank you all for that. Let me switch this video over to me. And so let's do that. CP230 camera. Turn that down. Turn that off. Hit this off. Okay, and you can turn the phone off too. Turn the phone off too. Yeah, okay, so, anyway, so, thank you guys for watching these videos tonight. I'm very happy that, number one, is that it went fairly well. I mean, we had some good dialogue. I was surprised at all the people who wanted the phones to be on, that nobody even commented on the phones. There has been no phone calls. There has been nobody called tonight, which totally surprised me. So, of course, now the phones are off because I'm getting ready to wrap it up for tonight. But thanks, everybody, for being here. Okay? So, for now, do me a favor. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything stupid. And that's it. Here's my address. If you want to make a contact with me or make a donation or, you know, maybe help send some kind of, or let people know about my channel. And that's how you can reach me. If you want to send comments by mail, you can do that too. But now, thanks guys for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.